ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by Fourth Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Welcome to sports, everybody. Team Bahamas playing in the gold medal match last night at the 17th Kosovo Senior Men's Volleyball Championships in Suriname, taking on the host. It wasn't the 5-set marathon the two teams had 2 nights before, but the result much the same. The Bahamas would have to settle for silver, losing in 4 sets, 25-20, 13-25, 25-22, and 25-23. Ronaldo Knowles leading Team Bahamas with 15 points from 12 kills, 2 aces and a block. He was also named the best receiver in the tournament. Byron Ferguson right behind with 14 points, inclusive of 12 kills and 2 blocks. Captain Prince Wilson in double figures as well with 13 points.
This match against Suriname was somewhat of a well-fought match. I felt we made some mental mistakes in the first set where they ran off some points late in the first set. I also feel as if the officiating could have been better. I think we really got robbed in the crucial moments of the game. But overall, I'm happy with the guys and I'm happy with our performance. Comparing it to last CBC. So this is like progress for us. We're back, I guess, on the top, even though we got silver. So, like I said, I'm happy with the overall performance with the guys.
When our man took to the court last night in Suriname, some members of the local volleyball community gathered at Fish Central Arawaki to cheer on Team Bahamas. Among those taking in the action were a number of former national team players, including Craig Soas Cartwright, Novato Demerit, Arison Wilson, and Audro Farquharson.
It was a good game tonight, and I guess lack of communication on the court, I guess, cost them the ball short.
They still put up a good fight. At the end of the day, not the cry over spilled milk, but the odds always against us when we playing down in the Caribbean.
It was a tough battle watching them play. Had some bad calls, but the momentum shift after the second set. Suriname, they came out to play. It was some bad setting decisions. We just didn't have the defense. And the game right now in volleyball is all about offense. You have to be breaking. It was already up 15-7. So once you then already have that big lead, you practically then ready to lose again.
I'm still proud of them. We looked like we ran out of gas. It only was a 10-man team. We didn't carry the full team, finances wise. But for being the oldest team, they gave it a valiant effort.
The Central American and Caribbean Bodybuilding Congress took place 2 weeks ago in Mexico. Danny Sumner was elected as vice president unopposed. He was also appointed as the patron for the region.
My responsibility is to make sure that all of those competing countries stick with the relevant rules and regulation that governs the entire bodybuilding and fitness world. As patron, all of those countries, including the World Organization, look to me as being the most important figure for bodybuilding in this part of the world.
Still talking bodybuilding, some big news to report on a global level as issues have arose between the National Physique Committee and the International Federation of Bodybuilding and Fitness.
There was a disagreement between the NPC organization and the IFBB. Consequently, the NPC have separated themselves from the IFBB, and as a result, the IFBB president, Rafael Centeno, have disqualified and suspended the vice president for North America, who was controlling the NPC. Now, the problem that is developing right now is that a lot of the athletes who are competing in the Bahamas and in all the Caribbean and Central America, and indeed the world, now have an option. If they continue to compete with the NPC, they will be disqualified. Bahamian athletes were put on notice. Freeport have some very good, outstanding athletes, and it is sad to see that they are following the NPC, which cannot propel them at a world level or at Olympic level.
From the WNBA, Jonquel Jones with her best game so far on the season, 27 points, 10 rebounds, 2 steals as the Connecticut Sun jumped into the 4th spot in the final week of the regular season with a 96-76 blowout win over the Dallas Wings, who saw their chances of making the playoffs dwindle even further. The Sun played their final regular 2-season games in Connecticut, wrapping up a 4-game homestand. They play on Friday against Minnesota and finish up on Sunday against the LA Sparks. It's been a busy summer so far for basketball in the country, especially for one national team. And tonight, Amajal Knowles speaks with the man in charge.
The Bahamas senior men's national basketball team was unsuccessful in its bid to secure a spot in the FIBA World Qualifiers last month after splitting games with the U.S. Virgin Islands and the Dominican Republic. But head coach Mario Bulag said all in all, it was a learning experience for the team and its players.
The senior men's basketball team, this was the first appearance ever for us qualifying for the World Cup qualifiers. So taking in consideration this being our first time, I'm very pleased on our performance. 6 games, 1-5, but we cannot look at the win-loss records. We got to look at the progress we have made as each window has provided us to be able to bring better players on. As you can see, from the first window to the second to the third, where we were able to get some of our better players like Buddy Hield and those on the floor, and we were able to come out with a victory. And so that tells, we are quite pleased and happy that we're going somewhere else.
Now, as for what's next,
we have now dropped to the America's Cup, which we intend to take place in February. And so right now we will have to play in the America's Cup against some of the Caribbean teams, and Cuba, Guyana, Antigua and Barbuda, and Haiti, just to name a few, that will allow us to now start the road towards the World Cup qualifiers for 2019 and 2020, which will start leading us towards the 2021 America's Cup.
Bulag also thanking corporate sponsors for their partnership.
We want to thank Bahama, who has been our present sponsor for the senior men, to let them know that they've been there for us and we appreciate all that they've done, and that we will continue to have their support over the next 2 years. And for sure, the run now for 2024 Olympic has begun for us as we begin this pre-qualifiers for the America's Cup.
The team recently played the University of Kentucky Wildcats as a part of the team's Big Blue Bahamas tour, and despite the loss, gave a very valiant effort. For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Amajal Knowles.
One game on the floor last night in the Bahamas Basketball Federation's Summer of Thunder Series at the Kendall Isaacs Gym. Charles Fisher has the call as the University of the Bahamas try to get in the win column.
Mingos and Presbyterian College tied 20-1. At the half, they were still friendly with one another, 39-all. Third quarter, the Blue Hose took a 60-52 lead. The Mingos played it close, but lost 85-76. Head coach Bacchus Rule.
We wanted to really concentrate on our defensive effort. We thought that in the last game we lacked the intensity we needed on defense. I thought we did a pretty good job today. This team, no doubt, is less talented than Marshall, but they gave us a good run. They pulled it out at the end. I mean, I think we kind of got fatigued. The reality is this is the second time that I've had 15 players out. This is summer break. So we're really working on some things. We see a lot of good things that we like with some of the new players, like Anton Bevins. He's doing some wonders for us on the inside. He's going to add some size and some beef to us. And we see some good leadership from Ramon Dames, the point guard. Kimsey Sylvester is doing his thing as usual. We expect a little bit more from him today. I thought I'd get a little more out of him, but I think we're tired. He was injured in the first game, and he's just playing with a bum shoulder right now.
We played good defense, but a lot of new guys just came in, and they're learning, so we're getting prepared for the season, and what we just played just now demonstrate what we're capable of doing during the season. That's a Division I school, and we're in the NAIA, so in the NAIA we should be very, very competitive. For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Charles Fisher.
And that will do it for sports. Stay tuned. The Bahamas Tonight comes back after the break.